What is up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How is everybody doing out there in fish tank land? Hope you guys are enjoying your Easter. Happy Easter to everyone out there. Happy Sunday to all of you out there as well. Hope you guys are staying safe, staying inside, and staying well. I always get nervous when I start. No matter how many times I do this, I always get nervous trying to set all the lights up and get everything ready. It's interesting. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing good out there. Let's see. We got a few people up in here already. I've got all live chat going like I should be. And we have Zen Ginger up in here. Tampa Tom, how are you? Good to see you here. Mike from the Fish Tank Barn. What is up? Big J's Fish Keeping. Ginger Graves, if I didn't say that already. How are you? Ginger Graves and Zen Ginger and Carrie from Zion's Gal Aquatic. Luke Wang, what's up, man? I saw I had a missed call from you. Oh, I need to call you back. Call me back after the stream. Call me back. I'm sure you want guppies, right? Local wild guppies, Virgin Island guppies. I'm bringing a huge group of those to the U.S. soon. Jesse from HC Aqua, how are you? 28 days in quarantine. 28 days of isolation in my apartment, my little studio, fish studio. A lot of time to think. A lot of time to think. Oh, that tea is hot. I'm drinking tea, drinking some Assam, some nice Arabic black tea, I believe it is. Good stuff, good stuff. Botanicals as well. Yeah, I'm working on. I sent a few boxes of botanicals to Amber as well, trying to make sure that she has some to start with, and I'm going to be sending some more. Why won't it let me do a pop-out chat? OBS is so weird. Oh, I just have to relax. I have to relax and check out the chat for a minute. Deanna Somerville, how are you? Good to see you here. She's taking one of the tanks. She's going to get the paludarium, and she doesn't want me to touch it. So I'm not going to be doing a video of, like, you know, deconstruction of the paludarium to show how I made it. I built that rack, and I did that paludarium before I ever had a YouTube channel. So those are local wild guppies in there as well. And those local wild guppies, I've never touched the population. I haven't removed any, and I haven't added any in about almost 4 years. 4 years. Because I've been doing YouTube almost 3 years now. And yeah, I did that like a year before YouTube. So I think we are all lucky in this situation. A lot of us that are fish keepers here and hardcore fish keepers, we all have aquariums, and it's great to have that hobby, because you hear on the news they're telling everybody, you know, dig into one of your hobbies. You're stuck in your house, you know, keep yourself occupied, exercise and do your hobbies. And it's like, yes. It's like, okay, stay home and play with your fish tanks for 28 days and don't leave your house. I mean, you got to get food and stuff like that, but I have to say that my tanks have been great therapy, literally. My tanks have been an opportunity for me to escape a little bit, to be distracted from the news and everything going on, stop worrying. And, you know, you can see all the artwork is off the walls. As most of you know, I am moving to Vermont, and I'm trying to get everything packed up and out of here. The tanks are going to be the hardest thing to get rid of, especially in the middle of a pandemic. So I am, you know, a lot of these have names on them. At least 3 or 4 of these tanks have places, have homes. The ones behind you. But, you know, you guys know, it's pretty much, it's water and glass. You know, the fish are going to leave, and then there's water and glass. I can get rid of the stuff pretty easy. It's unfortunate that nobody is going to take the whole rack, all 4 of those, and just take the whole thing. It's a nice little setup. That rack's probably going to end up in the dump, unfortunately. Unfortunately. But the tanks have been great inspiration for me and just keep me motivated and keep me going. My favorite tank right now has been the Bowface tank, with that awesome substrate bed and all of this awesome variety of plants in there. I've been posting some stuff on Instagram about that tank. Thank you, Dan Sleep, for thank you for that on the 15K. I'm almost there, not quite there. I'm not even looking at those numbers anymore, I'll be completely honest. I've changed a little bit my perspective on YouTube. I love YouTube. I love the community, and I'm focused on breeding the fish and keeping the fish alive. And I feel like as long as I do that, I will always have content and have something and a story to share it with everyone. So that's kind of I've been focusing on the fish first. I'd like to get up there to Vermont with Amber and start helping her with some of these breeding programs they got going on, and just fine-tuning some of this and having fun with it. It's fun. It's awesome. It's gonna be awesome to have some grow out tubs ready to do. I'm ready to do some summer tubbing, so that'll be fun. Happy Easter. I see all the Easter bunnies in the chat, throwing out the positive vibes and positive spirits. A little bit of that, like I was saying before, these tanks have really been giving me a lot of inspiration to just keep me motivated, keep me happy. It's something I can sit and just stare into one of these tanks and just zone out and peace and have a little bit of peace. This tank right here, I got the camera set up in front of that bow face that's back behind me over my shoulder. These are the red cherry shrimp. I got these from a friend of mine. He has he has some kind of disability, and he is stuck at home. He lives in Puerto Rico, but he grows plants, and he sends me crazy amounts of plants when he harvests all of them. But he has a bunch of raised beds in his backyard, and he does a bunch of immersed growth of different aquatic plants. Really cool stuff. But he sent me these cherry shrimp like 4 or 5 years ago, and I've had them forever, and I keep moving them from tank to tank. I'm going to be bringing a large group of them just as like bottom feeders, just to clean up crew for some of the tanks, even for the quarantine plant tanks and stuff like that. So but this is a live shot right there in front of the tank. I fed them about an hour ago to get them all clustered together like that. But you'll see that they've kind of gone wild a little bit. Luke, I do not have that. I have a Ludwigia. I have the Arcuata crossed with the it's crossed with what is it? It's usually crossed. I can't think of what it's usually crossed with, but I have the Arcuata, and I've been having fun with that. It enjoys the sand cap. It really does. A lot of my plants, the stem plants, I've noticed I've had a lot better results with them. By truly, the sand really helps to hold the plants too, and it gives them a really, this dwarf hairgrass that you see here in the shot right now, that dwarf hairgrass is the best results I've ever seen from it. You see it spreading all over, and I've never had results like that until I started working with the sand cap like that. That dwarf hairgrass can easily run through that through that sand effortlessly. And you don't have, it's not like fluval stratum where the shrimp and the snails are going to turn everything up and just float plants. Okay, Amber, we will discuss this later. Let's see. I was talking about a plant quarantine tank. It's just a tank for dropping plants in. I like the shrimp in there when you drop in plants in, just to give the plants throw them into a tank for a minute, let the shrimp clean all the dead growth off and clean everything off of it. They'll clean those plants up real nice. It's like a phase of quarantine kind of thing for the plants is what I was thinking. Let's see here. I'm trying to check out the chat, see what people are, if there's any questions or anything going on. Pamela, how are you? Good to see you here as well. Fish Dreams, how are you? Mikey M, how are you? So I'm enjoying some tea, and over my shoulder back here, if we go back to the main shot, back behind me here, I have a safe. And if anybody saw my last video, I showed off the safe and what it was full of. It is locked right now, but that safe is full of goodies, a lot of stuff that is brand new in the package that I don't need, and I really don't want to keep it, but it does have value to a lot of other fish keepers. So I collected all the good stuff up that was all brand new in the package, and I put it into the safe. And what I plan on doing is pulling random comments from my past videos, like the video the most latest video or whatnot, and I'll pull a comment randomly through like the rifle-dash.com or raffle-dash.com, and just pull a random comment there, and then just pull a few things until I fill up like a little flat rate box like this and send it out. So that's the plan. I do need to set up all the rules. I've never really done too many giveaways because there's so much legality in having all of the rules and regulations and the fine print in the description of your video to do it right and all that stuff. So I definitely want to get that part down. I need to write all that. Probably I'll put it all together. It'll be in the description of this video in the end. And so even like the comments from this video, I will be pulling like after this stream is over. If you leave a comment to it, I'll be pulling. You have to be present to win, that's for sure too. What's up, Scott? How are you? Good to see you here as well. William Jansen, what's up, man? I hope you're well. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be a little overwhelmed at first. Amber's got so much going on there. It's gonna take me a minute to like take it all in and just really absorb what she has a really incredible collection going on there. Nobody's really had a chance to see it for the most part. She's kind of kept it under wraps there, but she's got some good stuff going on. She's been working really, really hard, and I haven't even scratched the surface on what's there. Personally, I haven't even had a chance to really dig into it. My goal is just trying to get there first. I have to get there first. It looks like my father's working double time. My dad's been working all the way through this. He works for a gun factory of all things, so he has an essential worker. So he's been working through this whole thing, which really scares me because he doesn't have the best of lungs. And I just worry about him doing all that. But I can't control what he does. What's up, Ron? Friday's Fish Facts. How are you? Good to see you here. I plan on being my last month here. By the end of the month, I should be out of here. That's the end goal, no matter what, because I don't plan on paying another month of rent. I had a 2-month contract. I came back from the big fish deal. I've been in quarantine since that evening when I returned from the big fish deal. So that would be 28 days ago today. So that puts me in quarantine for 28 days, and I never went back to work. The restaurant never opened. My contract was severed in half, literally. So I lost half of my budget for relocating. I lost half of that. So my budget's cut in half. So with the pandemic, yes, it's a little scary to travel, but at the same time, it's like, I just need to get out of here. I don't want to spend money to be here for nothing. I'd rather be there with Amber as well. So with my budget being cut in half, kind of trying to run as fast as I can, get out of here, pack it up, get it over with, save my money. Rather spend that money on fish. I did, with some of the money from the contract, I did go and stuff that I get from my my members and my Patreons and stuff like that. I went ahead and got some new lights because I'm working with like shop lights wrapped with white grocery bags. I've been doing that since I started my YouTube channel. I've been working with the same lighting, and I feel like after 3 years on YouTube, 15,000 subscribers, I've earned myself some LED lighting. So I've got some nice lighting coming, which I look forward to. Just some basic stuff off of Amazon, nothing super expensive. And yeah, I look forward to that. That's going to be a nice little, kick it up a notch. And make it easier for me because they're battery powered lights, so I can move them around when I'm filming and when I want to play. I can just easily drag lights around. I'm not dragging all these cords around with it. So I look forward to that. That'll be fun as well. I'm trying to get rid of all the cords. I have learned from making many videos, one of the most painful things, if in some of you out there that set up a bunch of stuff and try to do some heavily edited videos, you're moving your camera around, you're moving the lights around, and the less wires, the better. That's for sure. It's just something to trip over, trying to like dance between wires and lights. And I know you guys know who I'm talking about, any of you guys out there making videos. you know, and I'll be trying really hard. Like, I'm looking up, don't hit a light, don't hit a wire, and I can just get in front of the camera, and I still like snag a wire with my foot or something. Ron, thank you. I appreciate that as well. I'm not there yet, but I appreciate it, and I'm not even like, I appreciate it. I'm not really stressing it. I really appreciate the support, though. I appreciate the community here after so many years. Jeff Chambers, how are you? Good to see you here as well, man. After so many years, it's just really nice. The community is really, really awesome. There's so many people in here that I've met in person. Luke, Ginger, Amber, my girlfriend. Who else do we have in here? We had Carrie. There was a few other people in here. Well, there's Deanna. She's here locally. She's my fish keeping friend here on St. John. Anyways, Mike from the Fish Tank Barn. Anyways, so many people. I missed out on meeting Dan Slee when we were in Cali, but I'm sure that will happen again. I have faith, and I feel like there's too much going on, and we're such a tight community. I'm sure I will meet Dan Slee. A lot of the Yellow King Kongs, if I can point right. Ta-da! There we go. I feel like Vanna White. A lot of the Yellow King Kongs. If you guys watch my Instagram, you see that I take a lot of little videos of those Yellow King Kongs, and a bunch of those are going to be making their way to Dan Slee. He's all about the skeletons and the realies. And I don't have a lot of skeletons, so I feel like I want to send you any of the skeletons that I have, but I also want to send you any of the realies and the halves that I have, because I feel like genetically you're probably going to get some skeletons or get some other realies out of some of the others, you know, just you're getting the clear genetics, the transparent deal going on there. Anyways, thank you, Mike from the Fish Tank Barn. Thank you for the $5 super chat for the tip jar. Get to Vermont. I know everybody's like, get your butt there, and then the other half of people are like, it's scary, it's dangerous, what are you doing traveling? And it's when the person that you love and that you want to be with is there, it's kind of like it's worth the risk. It is a big risk though too. I want to stay safe. I'm literally gonna have to like get hosed down in the backyard or something and be like sprayed down in bleach water or something before I'm allowed in the house, and then I have to be like quarantined in a tent in the garage or something for 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. That's content. Set me up with a laptop and a tent in the garage for 2 weeks. I can daily vlog. Wine from a tent for 2 weeks. Anyways, yes, Zen Ginger, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. William Jansen for screaming that one out. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm kind of pacing a little bit, you know, because there's only so much I can do. One of the big reasons why there's so many fish still in this house and so many tanks lit up and filled with water still is I'm waiting for the proper sized fish bags. They're being delayed a little bit in the mail, so I'm holding out for them. Even if they arrive tomorrow, I can't get access to them until 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And in order to do priority next day, 2-day delivery of any kind, I have to have it cleared and in the post office before 10 o'clock so that it makes the boat to leave, or it won't leave St. Thomas the same day, the Big Island. So I have to play a little bit of game. So technically I can't ship livestock until Tuesday morning before 10 o'clock, and I have to have it done before 10 a.m. So that's where I'm at. So I'm kind of like in limbo. And as I get most of my stuff wrapped up and I feel like I've got my ducks in a row, and then I can feel comfortable now, like relax a little bit and make more content. I think one of the things that's been holding me back from making content is I'm stressing out. I want to get out of here, and it's not easy. And doing it all by yourself, no one wants to help you. Nobody wants to be around anybody. I can't even give this stuff away. Nobody wants anybody else's personal effects right now. So it's a crazy one. So I'm just taking it a little bit by little bit. I've got myself down to like 2 storage containers of personal effects that I might have to store here somewhere on the island. And the rest of it, I've already shipped half of my lab equipment and stuff to Amber. A lot of the plants have already been going out. Any tank that I can break down and any plants that I can get out of here, I shipping out of here tomorrow. As long as everything works out, I will be shipping out plants in the morning, and I'll be shipping out a bunch of other boxes right over here beyond the camera. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes ready to go out, and I'll be taking those to the post office tomorrow morning, and then I have to make up a box of plants that will go out as well. Maybe a box of botanicals. Papa Harden, how are you? You made it here. I figured you were at work, working it, getting it done. Thank you, William Jansen, for throwing out the links. I do appreciate that as well. I do need to put out a video for Patreon. I've been trying to do some stuff for my members, and I want to do some private members live stream as well. It'll be the first ever. I just need to get that stuff going and get used to doing it, is all it is. I know there'll be a lot more time to do that once I'm in Vermont, and I plan on being able to move around the house there, be a little bit more mobile. It won't be like this where I'm filming and streaming from the same location every day. I might stream from the backyard one day. I don't know. It depends on how things go. Let's see, what were we going to do? What was I going to show you? Let's go back here to the tank here for a minute, and then I also want to think about digging into this safe for a minute. I wanted to go ahead and pull a random comment. I was having a problem I'm having a problem with OBS. Every time I try to do a frame capture, like a window capture, it's just showing a black screen on OBS. It's just some weird glitch, and I've rebooted my computer and everything, and it's still doing it. So I had to give up on that, because I wanted you to actually see me click the button, and I wanted you to see proof that I'm on that website and that I am actually pulling randomly. I need you guys to, if I do it today, until I figure this out, I need you guys to believe me that I'm being completely honest. And just, when I click the button, that's the first time I've clicked the button on that website today, and we'll see what comes of it. And I'm going to be pulling, well, I shouldn't be saying that right now, I guess. Yeah, I'll be pulling comments from my last video. I did on Friday. And you have to be present in the chat to win. Of course, you have to be present to win. That's definitely one of the rules. I'm going to pull like 4 things. Whatever will fit in this box. Whatever will fit in this box, I'll pull a couple of things until I just can't fit anything else in there. We'll see. Some of the stuff might not fit in here, and then it won't be able to go in here, but this is what box we're working with today, so that's kind of the rules too. If it doesn't fit in this box, if I don't stick my hand in the safe and touch it and it fits in this box, I'm gonna have to find something else, and I'll find a few things that fit in here until it's full, like 3 or 4 things. Okay, that's kind of random and weird. I don't know. That's what's so weird. I'm trying to come up with rules for stuff like that, because it's like, and you got to put it all on paper, right? If you want to be legit about it. Oh boy. What's up, Melvin? How are you? Good to see you here. Sean, what is up, man? Hope you're doing well. It's nice to see all of my members up in the chat today, all of my moderators. I appreciate everything that William Jansen is doing to throw down all of the links and hold it down in the chat. I do appreciate that. It's awesome to see my dad up in the stream, to see my girlfriend in the stream, and a lot of other awesome fish keeping friends and fellow content creators and YouTubers up in here today. I know it's a little nerve-wracking being stuck inside, but like I was saying before, it's awesome that we have this hobby, that we have, our tanks to kind of have as therapy, whether it be we enjoy escaping the tanks, or we enjoy just gazing into the tank and watching the shrimp eat, or watching the guppies chase each other around. It's definitely a certain level of therapy, and we're lucky to have that in our lives, and in our homes at this time, and be able to utilize that just to kind of calm our nerves a little bit. I haven't left the house. I left the house yesterday. I went to the little store that's right around the corner from my house, and I went there For a piece of protein, I needed meat, and the only thing they had was chicken. So I guess that's what I was having last night. I had chicken last night. So I ran out of protein, but I had everything else in my house. I'm pretty much stocked up. But I didn't want to go to the big grocery store. To me, that's one of the sketchiest places to be in right now, is in the grocery store or something like that, where everybody else is. The only place that everybody else has to go to as well. So I suit myself up, mask, wrapped up, like I look kind of scary, but it's what is asked of us, so it's the right thing to do. But yeah, I need to still go to like the real grocery store, and I also need to get some, what else did I need to do? I need to do something else. I need to get some fresh air. I need to go hit a trail is what I need to do. I need to go hit a trail. Let's see if we brighten this up a little bit. Oh, that's a little nicer. Just a little brighter. Just a little brighter there on the shrimp bees. So like I was saying before, these were collected from a friend of mine. I mean, he has a collection of them in Puerto Rico, and he sent them to me just free. He threw them in with some plants that I had purchased from him. And like I said, I've had them for a little over 4 years. And I never played with them. I never tried to kind of isolate anything or cull them at all. So you'll see that there is most of the males are very transparent. Have kind of gone back to like that wild tiger type, just more of a wild shrimp, which is fine for me. I like them. Like I said, it's just like a cleanup crew. I'm not worried about them being something super awesome. They're special to me in their own way, and they go back many years. So I just like to keep those around. I didn't mean to miss you there, man. What is up, Scott? I think I said hello. What's up, Scott? King and Queen Cichlid, how are you? Everybody keep in mind, King and Queen Cichlids will be going live right after me there at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so don't miss that. We have a nice little lineup this evening. You guys don't miss everything going on this Sunday evening. And like I said before, I hope you guys are enjoying your Easter. I know we're kind of cooped up, but we still can kind of spend some time with some of our family. Not everybody, not the older folks or the folks that are susceptible to this. But it's definitely nice that we can still kind of, we have technology, we have ways like this that we can communicate a little bit and still touch base with each other. Tiffany White, how are you? Good to see you here. Dragon Lair, how are you? Good to see you here, sir. So any questions? When it comes to shipping, for people that were asking me about shipping, I plan on using the poly filter. Things like these shrimp. Some of my shrimp, I keep more of a cold water shrimp fish room anyways. Most of the water temperature is about 72 to 73 degrees. Starts at about 72 at the bottom of the room, and it works its way up to about 74 maybe in the warm part of the day. The top tank, like Elliot, will hit 75, something like that. So that's kind of where everything is. So I'm not even going to use heat packs really, because these fish have to get past the Caribbean, past the Virgin Islands, the Puerto Rico, and the heat pack, I'm afraid, will cook them. So I'm looking at a couple different techniques. There's been a couple different techniques brought to my awareness. Amber mentioned something in regards to kind of isolating the heat pack with a layer of cardboard to kind of reduce how much heat and kind of let the heat seep past around the cardboard, so to speak, so that the fish don't necessarily cook, but it is retaining a certain heat. And also in doing that, putting the heat pack at the bottom, and then the cardboard, and then the fish. And so I'm looking at something like that. I'm going to experiment with a couple different things, but some of the fish aren't not even going to get any kind of a heat pack or a cold pack. It's just I'm trying to hit the sweet spot of spring, and just really praying that I can get some stuff up there and that they don't sit on the doorstep too long, and get it in and get it rocking and rolling. And I think I'm gonna be pretty good. The plants did pretty well. I'm definitely doing 2-day air, so that's helpful as well. Haley from Oddball Aquatics, good to see you here. That was awesome to see you guys. The trivia that you guys did last night, that was kind of fun. I like the idea. sure you're going to tighten it up a little bit. It was pretty cool. It was nice to see everybody hanging out. And it's definitely something fun to do, you know, at this time. I had a couple little ideas as well myself, and I need to perfect it a little bit, figure out a way. I got an idea. I don't want to give it away yet because I don't want anybody to steal my idea, but I got an idea, and I want to see if I can get it to work, and then I'll share it with you guys. But it's just a way that we can kind of hang out together, play a little game or something. Got an idea for a little game. Methylene blue. Talking about methylene blue in the chat there. There is something about it. It can be a lifesaver, just like the poly filter. A lot of people don't want to use it, but I'll tell you what. When I was, I did use it when I was working with, when I was breeding cherry barbs. I would once I removed the parents, and I would add just a couple of drops, literally, to like a 5-gallon aquarium. Not like a huge dose of it, just to get enough in the water, just to help keep the eggs. It just kind of really helps with the hatch rate and the fungusing of the eggs. So I would do that. I'd pull the adults out of the spawning tank, leave the eggs behind, let them hatch. But I wouldn't add the, you know, obviously I don't add the methylene blue until after I remove the adults and the spawning has happened. Definitely. Caleb's Aquatics, what's up, man? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're handling it. All the quarantine and whatnot. Chattanooga Ed, it's good to see you here, man. Good to see you here as well. Another person that I met in person, as well as Scott from King and Queen Cichlids. Nice to meet you guys both. It's nice to be able to see everybody. I know that all this is going on, but I have faith that in the end we're going to be able to resume our stuff and be able to do things. Hopefully things will be at a place where we can do something like the Aquashella. I love Halloween, and I love doing costume design, and like I've always been into special effects and movie effects and makeup and stuff like that. So for that reason, Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. So I would love to combine my passion for costume making and fish keeping. I mean, I would have done that for Aquashella anyways, just because I'm like that. But now I have even more of a reason, because it's supposed to happen right around Halloween. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully everything calms down around the planet, literally, so that can happen for us, so that we can be able to gather in a large group like that. I might still be wearing a mask, just in the convention, to be safe. I'm sure a lot of people, even at that point in time, I know it's a sad thing to think about. I should change the subject, but anyways, all right, Luke, you were talking about some botanicals. I'm definitely going to look forward to getting you some botanicals if I can before I get out of here. Do like a nice flat rate box full, jam it packed full. I've already sent, I think, at least one big box. I don't know if Amber got it yet, but she should have got this massive box, just loaded, heavy box full of dried botanicals. Did you get that yet, Amber? Because I didn't hear anything about that. King and Queen Cichlids, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. I really do appreciate that. Hurry up and get your butt stateside, man. Oh, yeah. And I'm not going to be too far away. I mean, kind of, but not really. To me, compared to where I'm at now, Vermont is pretty close to where you guys are at. So I know that, that's pretty nice. There's a lot of nice fish clubs and a lot of stuff going on just south of us. So it's not a bad place to be. It's a lot better than being here on a rock. I am the fish store, the fish club. I'm pretty much me on the island. There's just Deanna. I'm trying to make some fish nerds. I'm trying to get some other people infected with the addiction. So, has anybody else thought about what they're gonna do for Halloween? There's something to throw into the chat. An interesting. I'm curious. Has anybody got any plans? Anybody ready to reveal what they have an idea what they want to be for Halloween? Especially if you were going to go to the doing the Aquashella, if you're going to go to a fish keeping convention right on Halloween, what would you dress up as? What kind of a costume would you make for a fish keeping convention? It's a festival, right? A fish keeping festival. Very cool, Amber. Yeah, we have a local fish club. There you go. There you go. No plans yet. There you go. I kind of figured that. That was my guess for Haley. I already had that. I just thought that in my head a minute ago. I was like, well, we know what Haley's going to be. Oh, boy. There you go. Vampire crab. There you go, Luke. That's a good idea. There you go. November. William Jansen. It is October 31st. Halloween is October 31st, and isn't Aquashella gonna be like right on that weekend, basically the weekend of Halloween? Something like that. Thank you, Caleb. I appreciate that. This is just more of like it's a cherry shrimp that's gone wild. You see all the pregnant females in there, just totally buried up. I cleaned up my blue bolt tank, and I have blue bolt fry. I can even see the fry from here. They're getting that big. I'm really happy about that. But I have a bunch of pregnant females. I'm a little frustrated about that part because I hate shipping pregnant shrimp. I'm probably going to bring those blue bolts on the plane with me just to minimize the time and travel and how much they get jostled around, because they are probably the most fragile shrimp that I have. And I only have so many left. And the ones that are buried are some of the most beautiful of them, and I want their shrimplets. I really want those genetics. I would really like to make sure that they drop their fry. It's a very critical moment with Caridina shrimp, specifically with all shrimp, but specifically Caridina shrimp. You know, when they're buried up, and they're really getting close to that time. That's when they're the most stressed physically, and the water changes can be an issue too, because it'll mess with the molting kind of pattern, and it's just a really sensitive time for them. And my experience with Caridina shrimp, when a female is pregnant, it's really, if you could leave her alone, it's the best thing possible. And consistent water temperatures, and just try not to play with the water parameters either. And just let her get rid of those shrimplets. Don't just don't touch anything if you can help it. You know what I mean? That's my experience. So I'm trying to do that. I want to pack everybody up, but I'm waiting. I'm going to leave those blue bolts. Are going to stay to the last minute, and I've already decided they're going on the plane with me either way. So they're going to go on the plane either way. So they're going to just go to the last minute, and they'll get bagged up, and hopefully I'll be bagging up bags of shrimplets, and they handle really well, even for Caridina. The smaller the better, just like fish, you know. The fry, the younger the fish, they really do a little bit better in shipping. So either way, all my blues are gonna go on the plane with me. And I keep going back and forth with Elliot. That's another one. A lot of people that I know that have shipped eels, and even like Priscilla had mentioned something to me, because she gets them in, and it's just that hard plastic. Just go with like the thicker gauge plastic bags, and if I just double or triple up some plastic bags, I should be fine. I'm just worried he's got these like fang-like teeth, and I'm worried about him kind of snagging the bag and making a water leak in shipping. And then he also needs a lot of oxygen, so I was really wanted to be able to make sure that he could be oxygenated throughout the flight. And that was only going to happen if I bring him on as carry-on and I have like a battery-powered air pump. So those are my biggest things. My blue bolts and Elliot are kind of the more finicky things that I have, that I need to think about how I'm going to safely and quickly get them to Vermont. Everybody else is pretty tight. I've got a lot of guppies. These cherry shrimp are easy. Most of the plants have already been been shipped. At least cuttings or samples of all the species almost have already been shipped. So my Bucephalandra are gonna have to go. Anyways, let's see. How's everybody doing up here? We had did I miss this super chat from Charlie Bright, and then a super chat? Did I miss that super chat from Charlie Bright? $4.99. Good luck and have. I just inhaled a bug. That's what I get for missing a super chat. I know. I appreciate that. I do have a lot to look forward to. It's an awesome step. It's really a big deal to me. I'm looking for the opportunity to spend time with Amber. We've not really had the opportunity to really just geek out on some fish together and just really just shoot. Forget about the fish. Just enjoy some time together. You know, besides meeting up and staying in hotels and stuff like that. So. There's gonna be a lot of things to, you know, I'm probably I might be quiet for a minute there at first, so I just zone out, hide out for a minute, for a week or two with Amber, and just kind of get settled and get comfortable, set up my desk, set up my computer, and my lights and my mic, and get kind of my studio set up, and put some energy into the fish. I think that might happen as well. I'm sure that I will always be doing my live streams and everything. There'll be time for it. I'm gonna make time for it. I'm gonna have a lot more time for YouTube here in the near future, especially when I feel like I can relax. You know, to relax. The food here goes bad very easily, so if I wish I could just not leave the house for a week, and I know I get up there with Amber, we'll be able to like not leave the house for a week or two almost if we wanted to. Just stay locked down and just do our thing and take care of the fish. But right now I have to like leave the house every 2 or 3 days because even the meat and stuff that I get. So by the time it gets here to this island, a lot of the shelf life is gone out of some of the products. So vegetables and meat and stuff like that. So like proteins and stuff, unless I buy it all up and freeze it, it's my only option. Kind of hoard it a little bit, which is not nice to other people in the store because our stores are small and there's not a huge, so you just take what you need for 3 or 4 days. But I don't like going to this. I don't like going into public right now, into the grocery store right now if I can help it. Plus, I look all creepy, all suited up. People look at me funny because I kind of got lucky and I ordered stuff ahead of time. As soon as I got back, when I was on the plane, I had it was an epiphany. You know, what I saw in the airport and the way everything was going down when I came back from the big fish deal, everything had changed. So I took it seriously. I went on to Amazon and while stuff was still available to the public, filters and stuff like that, I purchased like face masks and stuff like that, and safety equipment, safety glasses and stuff that kind of can keep me from getting stuff in my eyes from people and stuff like that. So I kind of was ahead of the game a little bit, and most of the people on the island don't have access to anything, so I almost feel bad. It almost feels like rude when I go out in public because I'm all suited up and a lot of people don't have anything. So it's a weird feeling. It's a weird times. The Dominican Republic is hurting pretty bad. They got roughed up pretty bad. They are hurting pretty bad. There's thousands and thousands of cases. They don't have much support, and they didn't have much for good medical in the first place. I'm sure that their hospitals have just completely melted down. And there's not on the news. Nobody's even going in to support Dominican Republic. I haven't seen any footage, anything about Dominican Republic. And it's really, 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 really sad because the numbers are showing up and it's really bad. For a small island, they've been hit hard. Like for instance, where Amber is, they've got a fraction of the cases or deaths compared to the Dominican Republic, and that's just because there is no good health care, and it's a kind of a dirtier island, a lot of pollution and a lot of poverty, and we've seen all over the news that that's where it takes hold. It's really it makes it this virus preys on the weak. Let's see here. Trying to look at the chat. Let's keep it positive. Anybody got anything new going on? Anybody got any new fish getting anybody like anything new that you're doing while you're kind of locked up in the house in the lockdown? Anybody setting up any new tanks or anything like that? A tank like this one, I'm not breaking it down. I'm giving it away as is. I'm going to take a lot of shrimp from it, obviously. And I pulled and trimmed a lot of plants that I want out of it, so I'm pretty happy there. But in the end, I'm getting to enjoy this tank because I can still nurture it and trim it up and love it and fertilize it and give it some highlight and just sit there and watch the shrimp do their thing. And it's a nice, peaceful thing for me. And I don't have to think about breaking this one down, so I'm just enjoying it to the last minute a little bit. I've removed the fish out of here. I've grouped up all my fish into where they need to be. I'm going to separate the fry from the adults with most of the different guppy colonies that I have. I have 3 different guppy colonies. I have 2 different Indler guppy hybrids. One that's leucistic and one that's more like a black bar Indler hybrid with a guppy. And then I have my local wild guppies, and then I have the different wild fish that I brought back from Peru and an Elliot. So it's not a horrible amount of fish. Lots of blue tetras though. I've done really good at breeding those blue tetras, and I have a bunch of fry now. There's a whole bunch of tetra fry. And I did water changes, trying to clean everything up and get an idea of what is going on and get a little inventory of my fish. And doing the water changes and cleaning up the tanks, it made them all want to breed. So the tetras, I've got all these little microscopic fry in the tetra tanks just floating at the top. And I'm not going to not feed them. I don't know what to do. I'm going to literally have to send... I don't know if I can. We'll see what happens. Try to send microscopic fry. Is that possible? I've never sent fish fry that is so small and fragile. You would think that they're probably less fragile because they can just bounce around in the water and they'll be fine as long as they'll probably be fine. I don't know. That's a new one for me. Has anybody shipped microscopic fry? We're talking like week-old fry. We're not talking about like guppy fry, live bear fry. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. But they exist in my fish room and they're going to have to go somewhere. Maybe I'll leave them with Deanna. I'll get her to put them in a tub and see if she can get them to colony breed in a tub and just have her own little tub of tetras. Maybe expand out from the guppies that she's got. And just let them go wild, just as an experiment. Rather than risk killing the little microscopic fry, I should just give them to let her put them in a tub with some floating plants, and we'll see if they spawn in there. They hold it down. Maybe they will. I don't know. It's interesting. They are wild, and for the most part, are F1s. They should be able to be pretty strong when it comes to bacteria and stuff in the water and things like that. Maybe live bears, I've shipped live bear fry. I've gotten fry packs from people as well. I'm thinking more, I'm talking about little microscopic shards of glass. I've got those in the tank, and they're not stuck to the glass anymore. They're free swimming little shards of glass, but I could get them. I know I could collect them and get them into a container, but they would be going into like a pill bottle or something. They'd have to go in something like that and just pray that there's not a crash of all the fry in that small amount of water. I don't know. They could just go in a pill bottle in my shirt. Try to explain that to. I guess if it's under 3 ounces, fry under 3 ounces of water, they don't have to necessarily see the fry, right? I don't know. Alrighty. I'm overthinking that one. Let's see. Let's focus this a little bit better, up into the front a little bit. There you go, guys. When all these guys are going with their little feet, it's almost like the videos and sped up. They're all scrambling around so fast. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to try to ship some stuff just for the experience. I hate killing fish though. That's the big issue. I'd rather just play it safe. I am trying to. I feel like I'm trying to mess with the tanks at this point and keep my hands in them now to kind of distract the fish so they won't try to kind of not really irritate them, but just be around too much so that they can't get comfortable enough to maybe want to spawn. Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to, like, I want to keep them from spawning. I don't want this problem. I will, you know, when I get there, I'll breed them to death when I get there, but I need them to stop for a minute. And I'm trying to, like, just be active in the tank and do stuff. We'll see. She's all buried up really heavy. It's interesting how with the cherries, with the Neocaridina shrimp, you know, some of the eggs will be yellow and some of them will be green, just from shrimp to shrimp. Talking about the cats up in the chat. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of shipping, that's for sure. What's up, Crystal's Pets and Plants? How are you? Good to see you here. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one with shipping. It's going to be a little bit of more, not your normal stuff like eels, you know. Shipping an eel, or traveling with a 2-foot, like an 18-inch eel, 20-inch eel. That'll be interesting. But we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. So this stream here today, this is probably one of the last times maybe that you'll actually see this all. Like I said, you see most of the artwork. Most of the artwork is off of the walls and stuff like that. But in the end, next time you guys see this, it's probably going to be pretty well cleaned off here. A lot of these tanks are probably going to be empty. The lights will be off. I don't know. That's just to to be honest about that. I can't mess around anymore. I definitely wanted to share stuff with you guys, and I want to keep this going as long as I can. I'm noticing that I'm getting really close to the end of the chat, so let's go ahead and let's break into this safe here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a few things out of it and put it into a box. Now, and just to make it even better, so that there's less confusion, I'm going to go ahead and fill the box first, and then I'm going to pick the name. How about that? That's even better. So it's not like I'm touching something or picking something else out of the box with some favoritism or something weird like that. I don't know. People get all funny and be like, that's favoritism. Or anyways, okay. So let me go ahead. Let's get into this safe and let's see what's going on in it. And my audio is gonna be, yeah, out there. Well, I'm gonna now put the microphone in the way. Let's see. Oh, I'm not supposed to look. Alright, so I am going to reach in here. I might even just shake it. Well, maybe I'll just show real quick. So things are going to start falling out, but there, you can't see it. The camera's not going to show you, but there's all kinds of goodies in here. There's aqua top skimmers. Every box is going to always get my stickers. I got stickers in here. I've got all kinds of, I got some fish food, but not really a lot of fish food. There's more other goodies. You can get fish food anywhere. So let me go ahead and I'm going to close it. I'm going to try not to hurt myself. And I'll try to think about this before. I'm going to shake it off. Someone's going to take this and make a meme out of it. Oh, that didn't look good. Anyways, alright, now we're having fun. Alright, so what I want to do is reach my hand in here and just reach my hand in here and grab something. Okay. Alright, we start with one of those. Got a Chemipure Green Nano. These would almost go in a big fish bag too. They would help soak up stuff in a fish bag, but you can put these in your filter. You know, they last for about 28 days or something like that, 14 to 28 days. So that goes in there. Let's see where we got. Okay, here we got a diffuser. For any of you that are into CO2, do any kind of CO2 stuff, you know, do a little, playing around with a little high-tech aquascape action. We got ourselves here a little diffuser where you can actually unscrew it and replace the little diffuser stone or whatnot. Throw that in there. All right. Oh, let's see, what do we got? Here we go. We get some Vibra-Bites. This is Hikari Vibra-Bites. Pretty solid stuff right there. Get some Hikari Vibra-Bites. So that's solid. Gonna throw some of that in there. Box is getting full. What did I say? 2, 3, 4 items. We got 3 items in there. Let's go for 4 things. 4 things because there you got a little bit more room in there. Let's just dig around and grab for something. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, this is awesome. We have the micro floating beta pellet dispenser. This is a must-have for your aquarium, especially in this time of isolation. What fun can you not have with the beta pellet dispenser? And it's got a little feeding spoon as well. It comes with a little bit of expired old betta fish food that are sure to make your betta fish swell up and get bloated. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in here, just extra. And as maybe we'll go for one more thing, just because there's a tiny bit more room, and need a consolation prize after that awesome beta food dispenser. I should say that for Amber. Amber, don't you want that? I should just say that for you. Alright, what else do we got? Alright, one more thing. Here we go. Last but not least for this box, and then we're going to pull a name for it. And we got to get out of here because King and Queen Cichlids is going on right now. I got 3 minutes left. We have the Aquarium Plant Root Tabs, a brand new unopened package of aquarium root tabs from my aquarium box. And that's pretty sweet. So we're going to add that to the box as well. And I'm calling her good. Go ahead. Oh, we can't miss out on some stickers. Let me get in here and let's find some stickers. Where's the stickers? There we go. We need a couple of stickers. Alright. There we go. Throw a couple of stickers in here as well. Some JH Aquatic stickers. And that's all she wrote. Bam. Just like that. There we go. Good to go. Good to go. I hope you guys are doing good out there. I'm getting a little crazy. I'm having fun. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to be pulling comments right now, and nobody gets to leave another comment. This is over, and it's not going to be doing duplicates anyways. So you got one try, and this person has to be present in the chat to win, and I'm going to hit it in 1, 2, 3. And we have Chrissy Poland. Chrissy Poland, are you here in the chat? She's got to be present to win. I appreciate her comment. It says, good luck with your trip. I hope it all goes well. Stay safe and wear a mask. Thank you, Chrissy. I do appreciate that so much. I appreciate those kind words. That is super awesome. I appreciate that message there. So is Chrissy here? You got to give it a second, and I'm going to go ahead and try again if she is not present. We're running out of time. King and Queen Cichlids is going on next here at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so please do not miss that. So we're going to go ahead and try one more time because I do not see her speaking up. Chrissy Poland is not speaking up. Let me go ahead. She's not present anyways at the moment, so let me go ahead and do it again. And 1, 2, and 3. Bam, we have Mark Von Wisco. Hi, are you here, Mark Von Wisco? I don't think he's here. I haven't seen anybody speak up on that one. I'm damn excited for you guys. Let's see here. All right, we're going to try this one more time. One more time. Chrissy always catches in the replay. I know. Let's see. Cody Sun. What is up, Cody Sun? I know you were up in here. Are you still up in the chat? Are you still present? I'm looking at all live chats, so I know I'm catching everybody's messages right now. I'm not missing anything. Got to hurry up on this because it's 6 o'clock and King and Queen Cichlids is going live right now. Cody Sun, you were here, but you're not present at the moment. And that's definitely got to happen. You got to go that route. Mark Von Lewowski, you are here. All right, we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna call it on that one because it's in that order, and he is present. Oh, and then because I'm still, I gotta go with Mark. I gotta go with Mark because Mark said something first. And Cody's son was here though, and he did leave a message that said, "Best of luck with the move. Stay safe and healthy." Thank you so much. I appreciate that as well. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate everybody's messages. Wow, I can tell my voice is kind of hurting because I haven't talked this much in a while, and I got myself all excited there. Okay, but the first person to speak up, unfortunately, I gotta follow. I have to go this route as well. The first person to speak up was Mark Vaughn. So if Mark Vaughn, if you contact me on Facebook Messenger, Joseph Harden on Facebook Messenger, or you contact me on my Instagram account, anywhere, give me your address, as long as it is a U.S. address. That's the other rule as well. Is Vaughn a U.S. citizen? Are you U.S.? Mark Vaughn Wisco. If he's not U.S., then I gotta go with Cody's son. That's the other rule as well. You have to be. It has to be within the United States. Has to be U.S. shipping. United States shipping. That's another rule. So if Mark is not in the U.S., if it is not a U.S. zip code, then Cody's son wins. I gotta get out of here. Mark, Scott and Liz are live right now. I'm goofing off. I gotta stop. I gotta get out of here. Anyways, I don't know how this is gonna rock and roll. I gotta put all these rules and regulations down so that we know what's up with the what's up. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate everything. You are in Wisconsin, so it is Mark's. This is going to Mark. Mark, contact me. Instagram Messenger works well for me. I'm on there more than like Facebook Messenger or anything like that. So Instagram or Facebook. All right, you guys take care. Happy Easter. You guys take care of yourselves. I look forward to seeing some of you guys in public here eventually soon again. Carlos, good to see you as well. Happy Easter to you. I didn't mean to ignore you at all there. I did see you just now. All right, you guys. I love you all. You guys take care. And remember, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.